Hey, what's up guys? This is Sohan and you're watching Technical Spark. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to troubleshoot EPO database full issue. Guys, EPO database size can grow significantly over time for several reasons, such as virus outbreak. So if there is any virus outbreak happens in your network, then there is a chances that your system will detect various types of attacks and all those attacks logs will be sent to your EPO. Hence, eventually your database size will go high. Another reason, false positive, and it's completely depend on your configuration. If your configuration is not proper, then your system in which McAfee agent is installed, it will detect and report false positive events, and that is also one of the reason that your database size will grow. Another thing, update errors. In update errors, if your system agent is not working properly, at that time your system will throw update errors to your EPO server, which will go and store into the database. The fourth method is upgrade. After you upgrade your server, if anything goes wrong with your table, or you can say that one of the table is got corrupted, in that situation also your database will grow. Now fifth and very common error, which is your database disk is full, which means on whatever the drive you have configured your database, that particular drive is got full. Now sixth point is SQL Server Express Edition. And guys, I hope you all know that Express Edition has the size limit, which means it cannot go more than 10 GB. In this situation, once the database size has reached to the 10 GB, it will stop working. So for this fifth and sixth method, I have already made one video, that is how to transfer database server from one EPO server to another server. And the link is available in the video description as well as the I button in the upper right corner. I have prepared one more video that how you can move your database server location from one directory to another directory. Suppose you have configured your database in C drive, and for some reason that particular C directory is got full, or you have configured your database in D drive and for some reason your D drive is got full. So in that situation, I have explained that how you can move your database from that particular D or C drive to E drive, or in your situation it could be a C drive to D drive or D drive to C drive or E drive. So just refer that video, and that link is available in the description as well as I button at the upper right corner. Now guys, let me show you that how you can troubleshoot all those things practically. For that we'll have to open browser. So let's open that and type the article number, which is KB68961, and hit enter. Click on the very first link, which is how to find top 10 threat events. Simply scroll down. And here is our script. Guys, let me tell you very first that I don't have any issue on my EPO server regards to the database space issue or database full issue. And this video I have prepared is just for your understanding. So same kind of situation occurred in your premises, so that you can use this method to reduce your space. Now let's copy this. What it will do, it will just find the 10 most common threat event on your PC. So now let's open the SQL Server Management Studio. Log in with your admin account. You can use either your Windows admin account or SA account, which is configured in the SQL Server. So I prefer to log in with the SA account. Connect. Click on the database and then right click on the EPO_EPO and then select new query. Paste the script which you have just copied. Okay. Now click on execute. Guys, this is my fresh installed EPO server. That's the reason I don't have much events in my EPO server. But as you can see, right now it's showing the count 111 for succeed, completed and started events. And these are the event IDs. But in your situation, you will see top 10 events, which is utilizing your huge space in your database. So once we got this information, what we'll have to do is simply right click on this EPO and select new query. And here we'll have to paste another query. For that, let's go to the browser. Now scroll down, and this time we'll have to select purge threat events from the EPO database based on the event ID. So let's copy this and paste it here. Okay, now I have pasted the query. So let's go to the first query result. So here my event ID is 18505 and the count is 1. So here we'll remove this succeed log from our EPO server database. So the event ID is 18505. Now we'll have to enter that particular event ID here, 18505. Once you enter that, then click on execute. Based on your number of logs, this query will take some time, but in my scenario it ran quickly because I just have one event, and as you saw, one row affected. Got it? Now let's go back to the very first query which we have ran. Now we'll again rerun this query. Right now I have only 3 types of events, so let's execute. Okay, great. Now it's only showing 2 events, which is completed and started, and our succeed event is gone from our EPO database. So guys, this is how you can purge your top 10 event ID which is occupying more of a space in your SQL database server. And similar way you can delete another event also. Just follow the same process. You will just have to copy this particular, or you can just note it down, this particular event ID somewhere 18501. Go to this query and replace that number here. Once done, again run the same query. Again you will see another top 10 events which is occupying huge disk space in your database server. And once everything is done, then what we will have to do is right click on this database and then go to the task and select shrink and then select database. And here we don't have to do anything, just simply click on OK. Okay, my shrinking is completed, and now you can check the space whether it is decreased or not. For that, simply go to the C drive. For that, simply go to your database drive where your database is configured. In my scenario, my database is installed on the C drive. Program files, Microsoft SQL Server, and data. So this is my EPO event table. Right now is 705 MB. So once you shrink the database, just check out this particular file space, whether it is same or reduce. And if you are satisfied with the result, then you are done with the troubleshooting. Now simply log into the EPO server and start your day-to-day work. I hope this thing is clear with you all. But if in case you are not satisfied with the result, then I have different queries which you can run on your EPO server database. Now guys, let's open the browser again, and this time we are going to search different KB article, and the KB article number is KB 76720 and hit enter. Click on the very first link which says how to purge data from the EPO database without using your EPO console. Once the article is open, scroll down and copy this SQL query, which is start from here. Copy and go to the SQL server. Right click and click on new query. Paste the query which we have just copied and click on execute. As we see, it shows us that what are the top 10 table which is occupying more of the space in megabytes, which is MB. Just scroll down and here is the all information. Okay, so my most of the space is occupied by Orion snapshot. Guys, Orion snapshot, which means if you are taking your EPO server database into the database, then that thing is called Orion snapshot. Because earlier I have took one snapshot of my EPO server, that is the reason more of my database space is utilized by this snapshot. So let me show you how you can delete that. Very first open the browser, and here I will show you one KB article which will guide you step by step on how to delete that particular snapshot. For that, KB article number is KB 89083 and hit enter. And here is the article, how to delete an ePolicy Orchestrator 5.x snapshot table. Let's open it up. On the article, simply scroll down, and here is the first method, which is start. We'll have to open the SQL Server Management Studio, and then we'll have to run one query, and for the query is delete from snapshot. So simply copy this and go to your SQL server, right click on the database, new query, and paste it. Once you paste that query, simply click on execute. Now it's processing the query, so we have to wait for some time. Okay, query is executed successfully, 71 rows affected. Before I show you anything, let me show you one more thing. In case that particular query is failed, then what you guys can do, you can simply run this second query, which is truncate table Orion snapshot. But my first command is successful, that's the reason I am not going into the second command. Now let's run the earlier query again, because earlier it's showing 630 MB of my space is utilized, and let me show you the same thing in my database. It says 705 MB. So now we'll rerun this query again. Great. my that very top count which is utilized 630 MB is gone. Now let's check here, 705 MB. Let's refresh. It's still occupying the same space. There is no change in our EPO_EPO server EMDF file. So what we'll have to do is right click on the EPO and go to the task and then shrink database. Click on OK. Okay, is executed successfully. Now let's refresh this. Okay, great. Now it's only showing 74 MB, which means my database size is got reduced. So guys, this is how you can delete Orion snapshot. Now similar way you can check in the your this particular query table that what are the other things which is utilizing more of your space in the SQL Server database. Okay, now let me go back to our primary article. Okay, so we have ran this query and we got the table. Now I will show you that how you can purge the event. Purge this event, you can refer this KB articles, of which are KB 68961 I have already shown you, and this is the KB article which we just performed very first. Now we'll go to the KB 92098. So just simply right click and go to the article, scroll down, and this is our query which we'll have to run. You can simply right click and then copy and paste it on the server, or what I can do, you can simply download that particular query file from this page, save link as, and click on save. Now let's open the folder, extract. Now let's open the query. Okay, this query is open. Now guys, here we'll have to modify this query. Okay, so to modify, what we will have to do is just check out this article. It has all the step mentioned. Okay, step by step what you have to mention: the batch size, batch delay seconds, delete time in, okay, as well as the purge where clause. Okay, so just read all these things carefully. It's too long, that's the reason I'm not going to perform these steps in detail, because all information is available in this article as well as this script. So you just have to mention your event ID and execute this particular query. So now let's go to our primary page. Okay, so I hope you have understood how you can purge these types of event, because we have all the ready-made query available at very bottom of the page. Okay, so just refer this article and execute what are the things you want to purge. Now the second thing is, if you want to purge server task log, then there is one query available, which is this one. Simply copy this, and what this query says: purge the server task log entries older than specified time frame. So let's go back to our SQL Server, and here again click on write and new query, paste the query which you have just copied, and here we'll have to enter the year. So for an example, right, today is 15 June. So I want to remove the logs from the 14 June. So my month is June, which is 6, and my bad, 06, and date is 14, which is yesterday, and year is 2021. Once you enter the details, click on execute. Command completed successfully. Now again right click on the EPO server and click on new query, and this time we are going to run different query. Right now we just purge the server task log, and here is another query: purge the audit log. So what it is going to do, it's going to purge Orion audit log from the table. So let's copy this, and what it says: replace the hash in the first line of the script for the number of days you want to retain the audit log entries. So this is the hash. So let's go back to the SQL Server, paste the query, and here suppose I want to retain only 1 day of log, but in your case you can enter 30, 60, 90 as per your organization policy, like how many days of logs you want to retain on your SQL database server. So accordingly you can put 30, 60 or whatever it is, but in my scenario this is just a demo environment, so I can just mention 01 and click on execute. 1164 rows affected by the Orion log. Now let me check my very first query which I have run. Okay, as you can see, it has the Orion logs, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to rerun this query and we'll see whether this is got removed or not. Execute. Great. My 10 number entry, which is orion.log, is got removed from my this particular table, which shows the event which is utilizing the high space on your database server. Guys, let's go back to our article again. Right now we just purge the audit log. Now if I scroll down, then here is another script for the product events. So similar way, you can copy this particular script and paste it into the EPO server and mention the date in here, which is where the hash keywords are there, and execute the query. And once everything is done, then what you'll have to do is you have to shrink the database. For shrinking, you can either use this particular command, or you can use the simple method, which is right click, task, and shrink, and then database. Once this database is shrinked, you have to shrink the second database as well. Right click on that particular event database, task, shrink, database, and click on the OK. It will automatically shrink your database file. And I'm pretty sure, guys, after all those things, your database space issue will be gone away. Now let me show you very important thing, that how decrease number of event captured by your McAfee system and stored into the database. For that, let's close this database page. Close. Now if you want, you can save this query by simply click on close, and then if you want, you can save this or click on no. I'll close this later. Now let's open the McAfee EPO console. Now log into your credential, and guys, make sure you have admin rights. Now what we'll have to do, go to the menu and then server setting, and here select the option which is event filtering. Click on the edit button. In edit, it shows all the event types which is available, or you can say managed, captured by the EPO server. So just review all the events, okay, one by one, all the events, and you can take action. For an example, it says infected file found. This is one of the event ID, and event number is 1024. So right now, what is the status is? It says store in both, which means it will store this particular event in McAfee EPO server, which means your database, as well as it will forward this particular event to the syslog server. So if you have syslog server integrated with your McAfee EPO server, then it will simply forward all those logs captured by this particular EPO server to your syslog server. And if in case you don't want to keep this particular log in your database server, then what you can do, you can simply choose this option, forward to syslog server, so that as soon as your McAfee agent capture that particular event like infected file found, it will come to your EPO server, and then EPO server will forward this file to your syslog server. But it won't be saved, or you may say stored, in your database. So this is how you can minimize the number of logs stored in your database to maintain the space. But choose this event wisely. And if in case you require all this data into the EPO server, then keep it the third option, which is stored in both. And once done, click on save button. Additionally, guys, if you go to the menu and then server task, under the automation, we have default task available in the server task. Simply type purge and click on apply. Okay, my spelling is wrong. Here is a two task which is available by default in the EPO server, and current status is disabled. So what it does, it purges threat event, client events older than 90 days. So if I'm going to click on edit, you can simply click on enable for this particular task. In action, you see purge threat events, purge client event. If you want to add anything extra, then simply click on plus icon, and then you can select like purge audit log. You can click on plus icon, purge server task log. So you can add multiple things here, okay, and set up a days. So right now I have mentioned here 90s, so it will only keep the last 90 days event, and older than 90 days events it will delete. Now go to the schedule. In schedule, you can set how frequently you want to run this particular task. You can select weekly and set the time as a Saturday night, Sunday night, something like that, and click on next. Review all the summary and then save. Right now I'm not going to save this. This is just for your information. and every Sunday or Saturday, whatever the time you have set, the task will get automatically enabled and it will run on the set time which is mentioned in the schedule. Or if you just want to run this particular task at one time, then click on run. As you can see, the task is completed because I don't have any data, so that's the reason it got completed very quickly. Let me close this. So guys, similar way you can review your server task log, and if you want you can create more tasks by clicking on the new task. Give any XYZ name, next, and here you can select the different option. There are so many purge options are available. Now let me cancel. As you can see, it shows the last runtime is 16 June 12:11 AM. If the task is never run, you will see a message like this: this task is never run. And if you have scheduled this task, then it will show the last runtime as well as the next when exactly this particular task is going to run again. So guys, these are the things which you can perform on your EPO SQL Server database as well as EPO server to purge your event so that your database will get free. Now please do perform this task on your server, and if in case you still have any question, queries or anything is not clear, then please comment down in the below, or if you want you can create service request with McAfee support team if you have valid grant number and active license. Now guys, let's come to the very important point. If you found this video useful, then please click on the like button and don't forget to share and subscribe, because in this my McAfee EPO series I am going to cover all McAfee products. So after subscribe, click on the bell icon so that whenever I upload new video you will be very first to notify. And if you have any feedback for me, then please type in the comment box below. I'll definitely answer each of your comment. This is Sohan signing out. I'll catch you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.